Hey guys, Chris from Hockey Tutorial here. Today we're filming again at Peterborough Ice Rink, and what we're going to be taking a look at is how to get the puck over the goalie's pad. So this is going to be a video targeting the beginners that I see all the time. What happens when they get nice and close to the goal and they have an opening for a shot. The goalie drops these pads that you can see right now. All they do is push the puck straight into the goalie's pads. So what we're going to be talking about is when you're pretty close to the goal that you can see that I'm at right now, we're going to be talking about how to get that puck from the ice into the back of the net by lifting it over the goalie's pads. So not only is this a good skill to practice, if you're an experienced player or somebody that's been playing hockey for a while and you're watching this, it's still worth watching the video because you might be able to pick up a few tips that you hadn't had before. And if you're a beginner, this is going to help you score a lot more goals when you're in this sort of scenarios on the ice. So let's take a look. So what we're going to be covering in this video is going to be the position that you want the puck in relation to the stick's blade, so where you want the puck around your stick's blade. We're also going to be talking about what your hands are doing on the ice. Now, the problem with a lot of people that are starting out on the ice that are fresh, they tend to have their bottom hand, this hand over here because I'm a right-handed player, doing the majority of the work. Now, when it comes to stick handling and also in this sort of scenarios over here, your top hand does the majority of the work while your bottom hand sort of just cradles the stick and allows it to, the shaft to be able to slide back and forth so you have good control and mobility, but it's this hand that does the majority of the work. So first point that we're going to come to is where the puck is. The puck in relation to my stick's blade, which is this part of my stick over here, the puck's going to be around the heel of the blade. Now, the way I used to do this would be around the center of the blade of the stick, but I found that after having a conversation with one of the chaps at this ice rink, Shrooms, he recommended me going to more of the heel section of the stick, and I found that after doing it a few times, you get a lot more accuracy with it, and you're also able to lift the puck up much, much easier. So I'd recommend having it towards the back portion of the stick's blade around the heel. Now what you want to do is, the motion that we're going to be using over here is, keeping in mind this hand's going to be doing the most of the work, puck's going to be at the heel of the stick's blade. You want to cradle the puck. This is going to be the most important bit, because if you're up here like this with your hands fairly high up, you're not going to have any control over the puck. You're not going to be able to lift it off the ice. So the first point is to cradle the puck, make sure it's around the back portion of the stick's blade, and what we're going to be doing as we push the puck forward and we get ready to release, we're going to be, it's almost a snapping motion, we're going to be rolling the top hand, which is this hand here, back. That's why you'll notice that when a lot of players take this shot and they finish, the position that this stick's in after they finish shooting is like that. It's not rolled over like this, over here. It's going to be nice and open. Because what you want is the puck to sit in that sweet spot on the stick's blade, and that's going to let you scoop it up over the goalie's pads and into the back of the net. So after you've taken a look at the points that I mentioned in the previous video of the positioning of the puck in relation to the stick's blade, what we're going to take a look at is the motion that each of your hands is going to be doing. Now, it's very subtle, but it's definitely something that's worth mentioning, just so you know the sort of flow that you need to be in while you're taking this shot. And that's going to be keeping an eye on what this hand's doing over here. Remember, your top hand that's going to be at the top of the stick is the one that's going to be doing that rolling motion as we're trying to get the puck onto the blade of the stick to be able to put it up over the goalie's pads. Now, another motion that this hand over here will be doing is almost pulling backwards, as my left hand over here is going to be pushing forwards. And that's going to sort of count towards what we call the follow through. And that's the way that works is that the direction that you point the blade of the stick to is the general direction that the puck is going to end up. So what you want to do is make sure that you're following through with the blade of the stick sort of pointed at the target to where you want to send the puck. Now, this gets a bit tricky when we're taking a look at different kinds of shots. With wrist shots and slap shots, you're advised after taking the shot, like we covered in the beginning of the video, you cup the puck, you open the stick's blade as you're trying to get the puck to lift up off the ice, and then you roll it over and point to your target. The difference with this kind of shot is we're not really trying to take a slap shot or wrist shot, we're trying to put the puck over the goalie's pads and get it into the back of the net. So that's why you'll see a lot of players will finish in this position with the stick blade fairly open as we're trying to put it up high. So again, what we're going to be taking a look at is making sure that the top hand over here is going to be pushing back, as our bottom hand, which is this hand over here, my right hand in this case, is going to be pushing forward. And that's what's going to give us the power to be able to propel the puck into the back of the net at good speed. And of course, that rolling motion of getting the stick blade open and following through high is what's going to control where the puck goes in the back of the net. So let's take a couple of examples. Let's take a look at some examples of how that works. Of course, the goalie's not going to be standing still like he is right now, or sitting still in this case. If you're playing a game, the goalie's obviously going to be moving around. So this is something that you're going to have to develop, standing still, and then move on to developing it while you're moving. So let's take a look at some examples. So remember the points. The puck's going to be on the heel of the stick's blade right at the back, and we're going to be rolling that wrist over and making sure we follow through with the stick blade open. Let's take a look at the way that looks. You can see that the goalie's pads are directly in the way, but because we're lifting the puck up over, we can get more goals in. So this is definitely going to be a skill that's worth developing when you're nice and up close to the goalie. One more example. Let's try to go a little bit higher this time. Now, something that I think is left out a lot of times when we're taking a look at shooting on the ice is that what we're doing with our skates. This particular shot, most cases I'd say a good place to be is on your inside edges. Like with the wrist shot as well, you're going to be kind of using this back foot over here, the foot that's facing away from the goal, to push you forward and generate that power. Because of course we're on the ice, this stuff is slippery. You need to be able to dig your edges in to be able to control where your center of gravity is, and of course where you're going to get that power to be able to push the puck into the goal. So just keep that in mind. We're going to be on our inside edge on this skate over here, which is my left skate. Inside edge is this part of the blade over here. On our right skate, we're going to be pushing off the inside edge around the toe section, is where you sort of end up after you've pushed, to be able to get that power to get that puck into the back of the net. So that's another point to keep in mind and to practice. Let's take another look at a quick example, and this time just keep an eye on what my skates are doing so you can see what my edges are doing. So this brings us to the end of the video, guys. Just wanted to say a massive thank you to Peterborough Ice Rink for allowing me to shoot this video. And of course the goalie that you can see with me right here, this is Liam Baker, number 90 of the Peterborough Flyers. Wanted to say a massive thank you to him as well for being there and allowing me to shoot this video. And of course, if you want to see more information and much more detail on this particular subject that we've covered today, there'll be a link down below in the video description. And you can also find a link down below to Planet Ice and Peterborough, so you can get more information on the ice rink that we're filming at today. As always, guys, thanks a lot for watching. Be sure to subscribe so you can stay up to date with any videos that I post out, and you'll be able to see them as soon as they're uploaded. And also check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. All of the links will be down below in the video description. Thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you again in the next video. Take care, guys.